Honestly, I thought we were friends. Tfue, I called you my family, and I got no heads up. I got absolutely no warning of this. This is something that could have easily been handled offline, and if this was just about making even more money than you do now, then we could have gotten to that point too, dude.
2019 has proven to be the most drama-filled year in YouTube history. We had James Charles versus Tati drama that hasn't fully fizzled out yet as of today. Actually, all parties, they kind of made closing statements just to save a little face. Which, you know, the beauty community, what? They're all about their faces. Then we had Trisha Paytas drama with Nikocado Avocado and H3H3. But just when we thought it was peace and paradise, well, Tfue, he decided to sue the corporation that helped him get his big break. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Faze Clan. Now, they're a scary bunch of people to mess with. I mean, they've got a grip on that YouTube clout. So brave of him to go against them. The part of this lawsuit that's gotten the most attention so far is that the Faze Clan contract was set up in such a way that would see 80% of his earnings going back to the company and leaving him with 20%. Now, there were also claims that included underage drinking, partying, and dangerous stunts that Tfue felt pressured into participating with. We're in. Now, these claims, they were shot down pretty quickly, but we'll get into all more of that, we got a 10-minute video to make. Now, FaZe Banks has taken this very public blow especially hard, having tweeted to his millions of followers his hurt, his betrayal, and disbelief, having been the man who gave this kid the keys to the kingdom. And by that, I mean all the tools, all the contacts, and all the guidance he needed to make it to the top of the world of esports and become one of the biggest influencers in the game. Now, it's kind of crazy that these two would have a fallout over money, especially after the fact that Banks, well, he went as far as to tattoo Code Tfue on his leg. Yikes.
Oh, you're going deep, homie. It's really not that bad.
Talk about a true bromance. Well, I guess not anymore, since Banks has since said on Twitter. Like, I got Code Tfue tattooed on my body. Imagine how f***ing stupid I feel right now. But you know what I mean. Now, it's hard mixing business with pleasure, my friends. That's why I stick it out here in good old Canada. Oh, man. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden coming back at you with another Versus video. Now, this is our second drop today because yesterday was a holiday. And these Versus videos, they are interactive where you guys get your say in the final round. Now, our last one, it dropped just a few minutes ago, so the results, they're still coming in. We will announce both the winners in our next Versus video. As we do, well, all right, let's just get in this video.
Round one, fight!
All right, for round one, we're gonna take a look at their social media numbers. We're actually gonna break down the clout. Now, both of these YouTubers have been very successful in the past. Banks has been around for quite some time, and his videos have always averaged a couple million views. His most popular video got 15 million, and that was a video of him reacting to Alyssa Violet's vines. It's nice to see some positive content taking the lead. Now on YouTube, Banks has 5.2 million subscribers, which on Social Blade ranks him as the 1,219th most popular in subs, which is pretty impressive considering how many YouTubers there are in total. But when comparing him to Tfue, well, he only has half of Tfue's 10 million subs. Now, this ranks him as 375th in sub ranking, and Tfue's most watched video, well, it's got 22 million views. And this was a video titled 54 Kills in Fortnite Squads, New World Record. And not only that, but his top 4 viewed videos all have more views than Banks' top most viewed video on YouTube. So already Tfue, he's got a leg up on the competition. Now on Instagram, which is arguably the second most relevant platform, well, Banks has gotten 2.6 million followers compared to Tfue's 5.6 million. But to make things fair, Banks, he does beat Tfue over on Twitter with 2.2 million followers to Tfue's 1.64. So that's not a total loss on Banks' side. Also, with all the legal beef unfolding, well, Banks has already gained 43,000 new subs today, while Tfue has lost around 18,000. While Tfue is losing subs, he hasn't taken that big of a hit yet amid the controversy. So I gotta give the first round to Tfue. Congrats.
Round two, fight!
All right, moving on to our second round, we're gonna talk about their allies during the lawsuit and the allegations. Now, as many of you know, Banks is part of Faze Clan, which is an esports team that do Twitch streaming, competitions, tournaments, and they spread themselves across different lucrative business ventures, which include brand deals, among other sources of income. Now, business must be good, because the rent prices for their LA pad, well, it doesn't come cheap. Yes, The clout is strong with this one. Now the clan has seen many members come and go, but they are a solid gaming team nonetheless. And with over 6 million subscribers, they're one of the most successfully ranked gaming teams on YouTube. Say what you will about all the drama, the decision to sue the company for their alleged illegal contract, aside from just being a huge shock to everyone, well, it was a ballsy move. The Faze Clan issued a public statement making it clear that they are pulling a Tom Petty and won't back down. Who's old enough to get that right? Alright, this is what they said. We're shocked and disappointed to see the news of Tfue's press article and lawsuit. Over the course of the partnership with him, which began in April of 2018, Faze Clan has collected $0 in tournament winnings, $0 in Twitch revenue, $0 in YouTube revenue, and $0 from any social platform. So in simple terms, Tfue will need to provide some receipts for his allegations if he wants to be taken seriously. Now even Faze Clan member Cloak, who appears to be impartial to the fallout and is still on good terms with Tfue, well, he came to Banks' defense where he stated, "Banks shouldn't be getting hate for anything, and you're all brain dead if you think he has anything to do with anything bad that has happened. Everything that you see Faze doing today is because of him. He has shown us nothing but love and appreciation, as he does every player that has ever played for Faze." Cloak is still looking to qualify as a duo with Tfue at the Fortnite World Cup Finals despite the controversy. Now gamer Daquan, he made a statement on Twitter to Banks' defense that read, "Without knowing details, I will say I know Banks, met him in person, and I don't think that he robbing anybody out of what they're working hard for. 80% is just way too big, laugh my ass off. Just my 2 cents. Wait till all the details come out before you judge either Tfue or Banks." 100 Thieves founder and CEO Nikocado, well, he tried to chime in on Twitter in a now deleted tweet. He wrote, "I hope recent news doesn't affect the broader gaming community's perception of esports teams. There are plenty of organizations in the space whose top priority are their professional players and content creators." Not exactly aggressive towards the Faze Clan, but Banks snapped back with a tweet that read, "You're a piece of shit, dude, and when my side of this is heard, you'll see why. Way to fucking jump on the bandwagon and chase the clout. You must be dancing right now. Matt, I'm gonna personally make sure you regret tweeting this and adding to this bullshit dumpster fire." Needless to say, Banks, he won that round, as Nikocado ended up deleting the tweet and backtracking with a couple of follow-ups. He said, "I've done my best to avoid unnecessary controversy and drama over the last few years, but my tweets today were an oversight on all accounts. I'd like to apologize to everyone over at the Faze Clan organization for jumping in unnecessarily. I've never seen a nicer, cleaner backtrack." Well done, Nikocado. Now I wonder why I never did it before they were famous on him, actually. Why didn't I? I mean, that dude's hanging out with Drake. Anywho, now on Tfue's side, well, I guess we have his dad. Now Tfue's dad, he simply posted a video to his Instagram of an article detailing the lawsuit. He added the caption, "What goes around comes around. We don't let bullies push us around." But he later deleted the caption, leaving the video up. As for his brother Jack, well, he's kept mum on the matter. Video game attorney, that is his handle, not his name, well, he also made a Twitter post about this controversy, but he diluted the blame that it was against Faze, and he made it more about the industry as a whole, where he stated, "This was a long time coming in esports. The industry has shown little to no respect to actual labor or fair competition laws. Faze getting the blame for what has become industry standards. Repeated to death, but all players should have an agent and a lawyer."
Round 3, fight!
In the third and final round, we're going to take a walk down memory lane. Now, if anyone on this platform is a historian, it's got to be me. So let's take a look back at simpler times and how these two first met. Banks discovered Tfue about a year ago while playing Fortnite, and Banks, he saw that Tfue was amazing at the game. He went to his page to watch a few streams to see if it was just a fluke. And with just 100 subscribers, well, Banks tweeted out his stream. He decided to add Tfue to the team, but it wasn't easy at first, seeing as Faze Cloak, well, he wasn't completely sold on the idea. Finally, and after Banks continued to push, well, Cloak accepted and Tfue was added to the team. We already know that Banks was instrumental in Tfue's come up, and while the two began a business relationship in which Banks would teach Tfue the ways of the clickbait internet era, they also started to build up a friendship. Banks, he's had this to say.
We get along, like me and him. We get along on a personal level. We laugh together. We crack jokes. We know things about each other that nobody else knows. Very personal. Very, very personal. that I would never want the world to know about and he would never want the world to know about. That's a connection that we have. A true, almost family bond. And I would never, Turner, if you're worried about that part of this, I would never in my life put that out there. I would never in my life drag you, or I'm spitting just straight my relationship with you on because clearly that's all it is.
All right, let's get into the lawsuit claims against Faze. Now, Tfue's biggest and most talked about portion of the lawsuit was that Faze Clan took 80% of all the brand earnings, but Banksy disagreed, saying that it was only 20% and on 2 deals that they brought to Tfue. In total, Banks claims that they only made $60,000 from Tfue. Now, Banks has made a statement on Twitter that read, "To clarify, Turner's contract does outline splits and prizes, ad revenue, stuff like that. But again, we've collected absolutely none of it with no plans to, and that was very clear to him. We have collected a total of $60,000 from $300,000 in brand deals, 20%, that's it." Another part of the lawsuit states that Banks and his team pressured Tfue into performing crazy stunts that caused him to injure his arm while skateboarding, which resulted in permanent disfigurement. But Banks, he came back with a rebuttal saying that Tfue was jumping off bridges since before joining Faze Clan, and even has footage proof of Tfue pressuring others, well, to do the same.
You jump off a shit. You've been doing that far, far, far before you met us. And if anyone was pressuring anybody into doing that, it was you. Pressuring Tommy, his brother, Gwit into doing it.
Adapt. If you don't jump, you have to jump with one of us, alright?
Another part of the lawsuit was that Banks, he pressured Tfue into living into a house with other young YouTubers in Hollywood, and he was given alcohol before turning 21 and encouraged to gamble. Now, in Banks' Dear Tfue video, he defends himself by saying that Tfue was drinking willingly, and he had deleted a vlog uploaded to his YouTube channel in which he was underage drinking in fear of his parents seeing it. Now, Banks, he's also responded to this part of the lawsuit with a tweet that read, "What was that about being pressured to drink underage?" Followed by a video posted by Tfue in 2016 titled "Teenager Shotguns 3 Beers in 30 Seconds." 30 seconds? Would have taken me 12. Well, guys, this video is likely going to continue to unfold. For one, Tfue, he has yet to make a public statement on the lawsuit, and we're only really hearing one side of the story, namely Banks, who above all is, hurt his friendship has ended on such a sour note. But until Tfue comes out with a video of his own or makes a statement on Twitter, we only have limited details shown for you in this video. So for now, it's up to you to decide who wins this versus. Remember, you guys always decide the winner, so be sure to vote in the poll above my head. And by the time this video comes out, well, Tfue, he may have made a statement, and you should include that in your choice. Let's keep things fair. And we like to keep things lighthearted here on this channel. We also are aware that this fallout is very real to the people involved, and we do hope this gets resolved quickly and everyone can move on from it and continue on with their success. Now, growing a business relying on social media, it can be tough. I know firsthand. And when controversies arise, well, they're generally high risk because people, they like to jump on the bandwagon. People rarely listen for all the facts. So we do urge you guys not to jump to conclusions too hastily. Just last week, James Charles was getting tons of hate online due to a series of allegations that, to put it simply, well, they lacked real evidence. But once the receipts came to light, well, people realized that they had jumped to conclusions too soon. Anyway, with that in mind, leave your suggestions on who to do next in a future versus video. For years, months, years, you guys are, maybe a year, Tfue versus Ninja. For sure. How about Trisha Paytas versus Tana Mojo? Mojo? What's her? Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video.